Hello, hello. So, we are coming up on almost a month. The end of August, that'll be a whole month that I've been out here. Still no job. Still applying every day. Learning a lot, not just about surviving, but things that a lot of us that haven't experienced probably have judged in the past that I can understand more now. For instance, seeing people on the street talking to nobody. Now, I'm not saying all the time or everybody, but I know there's quite a few people that probably, we all have some, we have our mental health we need to take care of. And there's some people that probably could use some medication or therapy or, whatnot, but they're being out here by yourself without a friend to navigate with or hang out with, and you don't really want to get to know too many, people, and you keep to yourself. You do end up talking to yourself. I've always talked to myself. I was raised basically an only child, so I didn't have anybody to play with. But it was more like a normal, talking to yourself, or making comments to myself, whatnot. But I've noticed lately, at times, progressing into full-blown short conversations with myself. I'm aware of it, which is good. But I will walk down the street and do it, and I noticed, there's sometimes when I see other people and I'm like, that person's crazy, because I'm driving by and I'm like, they're talking to themselves, or they're talking to somebody that's not there. It could be, but I also feel that there are times where that person is just conversating with themselves because they don't have anyone else to conversate with, or they're thinking out loud and working things out loud instead of in their head. I don't know. Who knows? My perspectives. It's been interesting. There was a woman the other morning, and I was walking to my friend's house, and she's talking, mumbling more so, not really speaking words, just mumbling and like giggling and stuff to herself. She had a plastic grocery bag with her. She was wearing flip-flops and a big oversized t-shirt. And I was on my phone. I passed her on the sidewalk, and I hear her speed up and get closer to me, like behind me, and she throws her bag into the grass on the side of the road, and she starts following me, calling me doctor, and she's there to assist me. And then a minute later is calling me father, and just all kinds of crazy shit. Anyway, I just keep looking at my phone. I've had plenty of experiences like this throughout my life, and honestly, I'd say 99% of the time, if you just ignore the situation, it doesn't take long for them to lose interest and diverge onto another street or somewhere else, or become preoccupied with something else and leave you alone. Not this time. This lady followed me for about 3 blocks, and I'm like, dang. So I come to a 4-way stop, and she at this point had been staying about 10 feet behind me. The time to where when I got there, the walking sign turned green. I walked across the street. She's about 10 feet behind me. She's following me still. Keep going. I'm almost to my friend's house, and this bitch is still behind me. So I'm like, okay, I can't take this, obviously I cannot take this situation to my friend's house. So I turn around and I'm pissed now, and I start walking back down the street, and she just stops and stands there, and she's mumbling something to me. And I turn around and I look at her, and I was like, bitch, I do not know you. I don't know who the fuck you are. You don't know me. You need to get the fuck out of here and leave me the fuck alone. Stop following me. I was pissed. I wanted to hit her, but I didn't. She starts continually mumbling stuff to me and continues to follow me. So I start speed walking, and there's like 2 corners I go around, and the next thing I hear is flip-flops running. I'm like, ah. So she's caught up with me about 5 feet behind me, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, like, because now I realize we're on a main road, like walking down the street, and while I take good care of myself, and she wasn't like filthy or anything, I put myself in the perspective of drivers on the street, other people on the sidewalk. It looked like we were, even without me saying anything or looking back and just being on my phone, it looked like we were probably some crazy ass fucking, couple on the street, and we were in this big fight, and I'm like, fuck, like, I don't even know this lady. This is not what I asked for this morning. So I call 2 of my friends. I'm like, dude, give me some advice. Like, what do I do? How do I get rid of her? Like, I don't know what to do. So my friends all, well, jump a wall. You think she can jump a wall? Jump a wall. That's a pretty good damn idea that I hadn't thought about. So I go down the road about another block and a half. There's no walls or fences or anything. So I'm just waiting. And she is like 30 feet behind me now. Come to a 4-way stop at the light. As soon as I get there, cross traffic starts. There's a green light. I'm like, damn it, she's gonna catch up with me. So I walked up about 15 feet up the intersection on the side of the road, and I just played Frogger and just ran as fast as I could between cars. And right before I took off running, I looked, and I saw her like down the street, she was following me. I literally ran, and like seconds later, I crossed the street, I turned around, the bitch is gone. Like, gone. I don't know if she jumped in a trash can, behind a trash can, in a bush, a car, I don't know. But I kept looking for like a good solid 5 minutes afterwards. And like while I was walking, she never reappeared. I did see her the next morning in a field by Circle K. But like, that tripped me out. It was annoying and frustrating, but also as soon as it happened, with how hot it is and trying to stay hydrated, not eating as much as I need to or should, because I can't, so I know I'm not as nourished as I should be. I don't get as much rest as I need because I'm always half asleep, because I'm scared either I'm going to get woken up and told to move, or someone's going to come and try to steal shit from me, or whatever the case may be. And the sleep deprivation, I believe, is taking quite a toll on me, because that made me feel crazy. When I couldn't see her afterwards, I thought I was going insane. Like, I started thinking, was it all in my imagination? And I was like, no, Justin, no. I went back and forth about that for a few days. Even after I saw her again, but I did see her the next morning. I knew it wasn't, I'm not going crazy. But, yeah. Anyway. There's been a few instances lately where I feel like I can understand some of the crazy people out here a little bit more. Just because, I'll be honest, if this continued this way without any improvement, I can't give a timeline, but for, decent amount more time, I can see my reality becoming a little different than everybody else's reality, if that makes sense. And I really do believe a big part of that, more even than the not being as nourished and hydrated is the sleep deprivation, because that sleep deprivation takes a huge toll on your mind, and it's definitely having an effect. But anyway, I'm still hanging in there, still pushing, still trying to keep my sanity. Thankfully, I do have a few friends that I get to talk to on a daily basis, and even if I go all day without talking to them and I'm just by myself, getting to talk to them for 5 minutes at the end of the day helps keep me grounded, and I noticed that. Good. Alright, well, that's all for now. I'm going to post a YouTube short here in a few minutes with another poem I wrote about my situation. It has some similarities to the first one, but I like it. So yeah, remember, believe in you, believe in me, I'll believe in both of us, and we'll get through this. We'll be all right. All right. Peace.